That's one of the prime drivers for me leaving the U.S. You know, if you listen to the hype online that Filipinos will be all welcoming and excited to see you, you're really delusional. Very few will even do eye contact.
Hi, what's your name and where are you from?
I'm John. I'm from the Seattle, Washington area.
What brings you down here to the Philippines?
I retired here.
And when was this?
8 weeks ago.
That's it, 8 weeks.
8 weeks ago it is.
You're nice and fresh.
Yes, I am a fresh transplant.
All right, so what has been your experience? What do you like so far in your 8 weeks?
Not worried about cash flow.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Of course.
That's one of the prime drivers for me leaving the U.S.
Okay, and what else aside from having a little bit more money than usual?
Not being cold in the Northwest in the winter.
Yeah, definitely.
So I like being warm. I don't mind the heat. I think I tolerate the heat better than most of the Filipinos I met. So
yeah, you don't look like you're sweating at all.
nah, doesn't bother me in the slightest.
That's one thing I still can't get adjusted to.
Yeah, it just doesn't bother me.
Okay, good. I'm very jealous, to be honest. That's one of my only issues around here is the humidity.
Yeah.
Okay. Any dislikes so far? Something that could be better for you, maybe?
Well, I guess major expectations. Cebu City is like every other large city in the world I've visited.
Mm-hmm.
It tends to be impersonal.
Yeah.
You know, if you listen to the hype online that Filipinos will be all welcoming and excited to see you, etc., well, it's just BS. That's not the case.
Okay.
So, you know, I get a few smiles here and there. I have a fiance, so I don't really have to worry about it. But
Okay.
it'd be nice to have it a little bit more welcoming.
Yeah.
I guess that's the only thing that I would say. I walk, oh my gosh, I put on 4 to 5 miles a day. So
Yeah.
I pass thousands of Filipinos.
Yeah.
And very few will even do eye contact, that's about what I discovered in the U.S.
Okay, so no big difference to you personally.
No.
Do you think maybe because you are engaged, so you're not really looking to flirt? Maybe
I flirt all the time.
I like your honesty.
Oh my God. I mean, why wouldn't you flirt?
Of course, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm always friendly. I love to talk to people. I love ladies.
Yeah.
Never take it beyond a conversation. So I'm pretty stuck up that way. So
okay. Well, like, you know, when I asked you to do this interview, you're very friendly towards me. So
yeah,
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Do you think some of that comes from the fact that we're in a very like major area right now? You think if we went to a little further out from the city?
I think that's exactly the case. You know, when I spent a couple days over in Dumaguete, and I got more reaction there than I got here.
Yeah.
And a little bit warmer.
Okay.
And, you know, some people are easier to get to know when you get away from the impersonality of a large city.
Yeah.
So I think it's really a city thing.
Yeah.
And I guess the other thing that's surprising is I live over in Horizon.
Okay.
And you know, I don't think even once in my life I've been approached by a prostitute in the U.S. Good God, that is not my experience here. That and the kids in poverty, that's a little disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the animals, so it seems that there's a lot of discarded humans and animals here.
Okay.
Which is a little frustrating.
A little bit of neglect, I guess, when it comes to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's not killing me.
Yeah.
It's not a deal breaker.
Got you. You said this is like any other major city. Have you traveled to any other Southeast Asian countries before the Philippines?
No, well, Japan, but 50 years ago. So I wouldn't say Tokyo 55 years ago was anything like it is now.
I can only imagine what Japan would have been like 50 years ago, though.
It wasn't nearly as crowded, but it was still crowded.
Yeah.
No, I've traveled South America, Mexico, Europe, of course, Canada.
Yeah.
And
Philippines is the place for you now.
Philippines is new. And my philosophy is any place you go, you're going to have deficits and you're going to have positives.
Definitely.
If you expect everything to be rosy and perfect, you're really delusional.
Yeah.
So,
I
can adjust anywhere.
Speaking of adjusting, anything you haven't quite adjusted to yet?
No, actually. Yeah, I live up on the 36th floor of a condo and I like to look out the city and see the storms, and
Yeah.
none of that bothers me. Even though I'll probably move out of the city and buy a house out of the city because less noise, less pollution.
Yeah, at some point it becomes like any other major city, like you said, right? So you don't really feel like you're in any other country.
Yeah. But I think this is a good place. I was just on a conversation with my fiance, and I'm heading over. She lives in CDO right now, and she said, "Well, let's go visit Davao," and sent me a big video on that. I said, "Okay, let's do that." So
why not?
when I get over there, we're gonna get a car and go visit Davao.
Yeah, I've been there for just a few days, and it's definitely, you can tell a difference between
It's an incredible city. Done with the infrastructure. No crime. It's a clean city.
Very clean, yeah.
Those are big deals.
For sure.
We don't see that completely here.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
It's got its spots, right? So you have, it's like a hit or miss depending on where you are.
Yeah.
You mentioned your fiance a couple of times. How did you meet her?
Online.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So a lot of guys have a little hesitancy when it came to that. So I guess you lucked out.
Well, yeah, here's the key. If you expect to have an LDR, and make any headway, you're delusional.
Okay.
If you want to really meet somebody and make headway, you need to move here.
Yeah.
If you try to do it remotely, you're going to get scammed. You're going to get bored. It's just not going to work. So the one thing I'd say is, if you're really serious, quit talking about it and make a move.
Yeah.
Because you're really not going to make a substantial relationship inroads unless you're here.
100%. I agree with you completely because, online and in person can be very different also, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I paid a lot for a service to meet, my fiance, and, it was difficult until I made the decision to move over here.
Okay.
And basically I just kind of said, enough with all the conversations, let's cool it until I get there, because we're not going to get to know each other until we're face to face.
Yeah, definitely, right?
So, and that's the reality.
Sure. And lastly, any advice for someone that's just looking to pull the trigger, or like they haven't, quite decided yet, or they were going to come here? What advice do you have for men?
What amazes me, I watch the comments on the expat boards, etc. People are asking about, my gosh, I make $7,000 a month. Is that enough to live on? Holy shit, you gotta be kidding me.
Well, where can you live with
I know. I mean, don't these people do any research? I mean, get online, get familiar with this culture, and my gosh, there's information everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure your blog's one of them.
Yeah.
And get out and get yourself educated rather than going online and asking really stupid questions that you can just find out with a little research.
Yeah.
And, that would make all the difference in the world.
Well, I wish you a happy retirement, and I wish you a happy marriage if you're going to get married with your fiance, and all the best. Thank you so much for your time.
It's a pleasure. Back at you.
Leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what do you think of John's experience in the Philippines. And he seems to love the ladies. And if you guys are looking to meet a Filipina, I highly recommend checking out Pina Heart. It's a Filipino dating site where you can start chatting for free to all verified ladies, or enjoy unlimited chats to any lady through a premium subscription. I highly recommend them. The only place I trust meeting Filipinas. Go ahead and check them out. I've left a link in the description of this video if you like, or simply you can go ahead and scan this QR code. It'll take you directly to Pina Heart. Now, if you guys have never been to the Philippines, let me know, what are you excited about here? The culture, the people, the islands, the women, the dating, anything you want to share. And if you're living here, please share your thoughts down below. Now, it's true that you shouldn't always take every single word a YouTuber like myself or another person says as factual. What may be true for myself may not be true for you, or what I enjoy may not be the same as yours, or the age, right? Maybe you're a little bit older, maybe a little bit younger. That's going to definitely impact the way you experience the Philippines. Maybe you have a higher budget than I do. Maybe you got a lot more money, right? Maybe you can afford to stay at 5-star resorts and hotels. I personally cannot, so maybe my experiences thought they are a bit different. So keep those things in mind. Do your own research, do your own things. And that's why I bring these videos to you guys, so you can have an understanding, a feeling of what life is really like here in the Philippines, because a lot of us are curious. There's a lot of interest in this country for the right reasons too. I personally have a wonderful time whenever I come here. That's why it's my base, Cebu. I come in and out of here on a regular basis. I love it personally. So that's it. If you're new to the channel, want to see more content like this, take a second out of your day. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video.